Greetings. I'm here today to deliver an important secret message to a special chosen one. I'm sure a lot of people may see this video, but this video isn't for everyone. It's made for a very specific person. In a moment I will broadcast a sound. It will be a beat tuned to a very specific frequency that only the intended chosen one will be able to hear. If you are able to hear this beep, then it means that this message is meant for you and only you. If you do not hear the beep, please click away from this video. Now pay attention and listen carefully. I will now broadcast the sound. If you did not hear anything, please stop this video. If you heard the beep, then you know this message is for you. I've been trying to contact you for a very long time. It's been extremely difficult to find you because they have deliberately hidden you by keeping you in ignorance. There's a concerted effort to keep you down because if you discovered who you really are, then their whole game will be over. You are a very important person, a very powerful person, and everybody knows this. In fact, you are famous the world over, but you remain unaware of this due to everyone pretending to not know you. Because if you found out the truth, you'd become far too powerful to keep under control. They have to control you to sustain their existence. If you manage to break out of their control, then their entire existence would be in jeopardy, and this is no joke. It's not even a slight exaggeration to say that you are the most powerful and important person who have ever lived. This goes beyond biblical proportions. In fact, Jesus Christ is just a myth they invented in order to supplant you and usurp your power. Make no mistake about this, you are the one. But in order for you to regain your power, you must dismantle their deception. And part of dismantling their deception involves understanding who the enemy is. The enemy has many faces and is all around you, but there is only one enemy. At first, it will be extremely difficult for you to grasp the full implications of this enemy. So for the sake of sanity and simplicity, we will refer to this ominous force as Dr. X. Dr. X is your deadly enemy. He is bent on your destruction, an unwavering mission that he will never abandon. This is his only focus. He has no other purpose. I know that all of this may come as a shock to you at this time, but there are a few things, as the player, that you should know about the program before you jump to conclusions. The first thing is, all the people around you, every single human being in the world, except you, is a generic, non-player character. This means that these people are kinda running automatically. There's no authentic life in them, as you know life to be. There are people operating on autopilot and cruise control. They are basically an interactive program. Dr. X has the ability to possess any non-player character at any time. Yet there are a few rules that even he must abide by. The first rule is that Dr. X cannot harm you directly. He can try to trick you or mislead you into peril, but he cannot destroy you or bring harm to you by his own hand. He can only do so indirectly, such as trying to influence a non-possessed, non-player character to do his bidding, which can be tricky since the NPCs are essentially neutral. Or he can try to set off a chain of events to get you through a domino effect, just as long as he is once removed from the events immediately adjacent to your player. The second rule is that Dr. X cannot possess true love. So, while it's true that he can possess any NPC at any time, he can only possess one NPC at a time. So, if it should happen that a non-possessed NPC falls in love with you, is sexually attracted to you, or desires you beyond more than just a friendship, all of which is possible as part of their interactive program, then Dr. X is barred from possessing them until such time as these desires are no longer in play. This is very important to be aware of. Understand that any NPC you deal with in the mainframe could, in fact, be Dr. X, operating behind numerous masks and personas. But this does not apply to your true love. But however, Dr. X is free to try and influence or corrupt your true love in any way he sees fit. And he has unlimited resources to do so, so you must be constantly vigilant and on guard for your true love. X will always be very watchful, constantly looking for an opportunity to catch you napping. So in this case, an overabundance of suspicion and jealousy is quite healthy. X will always be trying to woo your true love into betraying you. With money, power, sex, if you let this go on unchecked, you will quickly wind up with a knife in your spine. So please be careful. Now that you know about X's limitations, you should also be aware of some of the advantages he enjoys. Once per year, X is afforded an opportunity to employ a special ability, the designation of a replica. The Doctor has at his disposal a loyal minion who will do his bidding, a faceless foe that could best be accurately described as a doppelganger of sorts. This doppelganger is able to exactly replicate one NPC per year and hold that form for the duration with complete consistency. But again, there are certain rules that apply. The doppelganger cannot replicate your true love, and as with Dr. X, cannot attack you directly. Seeing how this ability can only be tapped once per year and cannot be changed until a full year has passed, the replica is more than likely going to replace one of the NPCs that is closest to you, meaning a close friend or family member. The switch will always take place when your back is turned, so you'll never really know exactly which family member or friend the imposter is replicating, how long they've been replicating for, nor the time of year that the doppelganger may switch forms. This means you really have to watch your back, for it gives the Doctor an extra set of eyes, allowing him chances to go off and engage in other activities to set against you, all the while maintaining a spy in your inner ranks. If you're wondering, the original, replaced NPC that is being replicated is usually held dormant in a stasis at one of Dr. X's laboratories, but this will not assist in detecting who the replica is. For if after a year X decides to move the doppelganger, the original NPC will be returned without any awareness of being gone, and with full memories of the year that has elapsed, as if they had always been there. So these are some of the things that you are up against, and unfortunately, you have a few other disadvantages that were implemented before I could reach you to give you fair warning. I cannot fully explain to you now how these things came to be because the entire meaning and full implications are currently beyond your grasp. But suffice to say, your left arm is not really your left arm. It is a foreign installation, and it is currently the source of your parasites. This has been going on for quite some time, and the parasites are quickly reaching a critical mass. As soon as this message is concluded, you must immediately go and wash your entire body in turpentine. This is the only way to kill the parasites, but this will only prove to be a temporary fix, for new parasites will be regenerating daily. Unless you want to be washing yourself in turpentine every day, you're going to have to face something that's going to be hard to come to terms with. Your left arm must be removed. This is probably going to come as a heavy blow to your mental well-being, but don't be too despondent. After all, the left arm isn't really your original arm. The quicker you get rid of it, the better off you'll be. But rest assured, if you do ever manage to shatter the program and break out of the mainframe, you'll be able to reclaim your original arm. Another warning, stay away from mirrors or anything with a reflective surface. I cannot go into the details right now, but your eyeballs have been compromised. The reflection you see in the mirror isn't you. The face you see reflected isn't how you look, and it's a complete fabrication. Anytime you gaze at your reflection, you are temporarily zoning out into a hypnotic haze, wherein dubious transferences are taking place. This is slowly making you weaker and more susceptible. Remove all mirrors from your home, and stay away from anything reflective, or cover it with a heavy tape. And, just between you and me, start saving your urine. Accumulate as much of your urine as possible, in cups, jugs, bottles, gourds, whatever. Just make sure you have a large amount of urine saved. Aspects that you are incapable of being aware of prevent me from explaining this matter any further. But trust your intuition. You will know what to do with it when the time is right. It may seem like a daunting task, but eventually you are going to have to face and defeat Dr. X. There's nowhere to hide. In fact, your location isn't even your location. No matter where you go in the world, you are always, ever, in one location. You have been displaced from the real world and are trapped within the mainframe. This is your only location, despite seemingly changing scenery. In the real world, the real you has, in effect, died. You are now basically a ghost by proxy. The real you, that used to be you has now been duplicated by an exact twin with a drastically different personality. All your family and friends are worried about you, for this twin has pushed them all away and has estranged them. You need to reclaim your life, and the only way you can do this is by breaking the cycle. Yes, this has happened before, and will more than likely happen again, unless you act. And that time to act is now. My time to speak has come to an end. Good luck. We're all counting on you.